What supplements do I take? I take 3 supplements: vitamin D, vitamin B12, and you guessed it, iron. Vitamin B12. Vitamin B12 is found only in animal products. I do eat dairy, but because I'm allergic to eggs and I don't eat meat, I do take vitamin B12. The recommended dose is 50 micrograms per day, or 2,000 micrograms if you take it every week. I take 2,500 micrograms every 8 or 9 days because that's what I was able to find in the form that I wanted. What type do I take? I take cyanocobalamin. It's a bit harder to find than the more common methylcobalamin, but it's actually better. And I take the sublingual one that melts under your tongue because apparently when it mixes with the saliva in your mouth, it actually absorbs better. The last time I had my level checked was about 18 months ago, and it was 501 picomoles per liter, which actually isn't that bad, but I'd still like it to be a bit higher. So it probably actually is about 700 by now, just because it's been a while since I've been tested. I'll also mention that the research show that after age 50, everyone, even people who eat meat, need to supplement. And especially if you're over 65, you definitely need to supplement, and you might need a higher dose. Vitamin D. Next up is vitamin D. Almost everyone needs to take vitamin D. Maybe not absolutely everyone, but definitely people who don't live close to the equator, or who don't go outside that much, or have darker skin. I live in Canada, so I definitely need to take vitamin D. I take 1,000 international units per day, or if my pills happen to have the higher dose of 2,500 international units, I'll take that one every second day or so. It's been a little while since I've had my vitamin D level tested. The last time was in 2018, and my level was 107 nanomoles per liter, which is in the normal range, which is 75 to 250. And I've been taking it pretty consistently, so I am pretty sure that my vitamin D is currently fine. Before I started supplementing consistently, my levels were a lot lower. There was a time where my level was 32 and then it was 64, which are both too low. Iron. And lastly is iron. You all know that I've been taking iron supplements regularly since April 2018. I started with taking 1 of the 18 milligram ferrous bisglycinate chelate every day, and then I increased it to 2. And then a few years later, I had to increase it again to 3 because my ferritin wasn't going higher than 40. And then taking 3 per day of the 18 milligrams finally bumped my ferritin up high enough. And now that my ferritin is high enough, I've actually recently reduced the amount of iron that I take, because the last time I had my ferritin tested was 18 months ago. It was 100. And so now I'm in that range where I don't want to be taking too much because I don't want my ferritin to raise too high, and I don't want it basically to be higher than 100. So now I take 1 of the 36 milligram ferrous bisglycinate every 3 days. And I actually do need to get my iron tested again, and hopefully I'll be getting that done soon. I also switched brands this year because when I was originally starting to take iron pills, I think there were only 3 brands that were making the ferrous bisglycinate, which is a lot better than the ferrous salts like ferrous fumarate, gluconate, sulfate. So when I was looking for the bisglycinate, there was only 3 brands and I didn't really have much to choose from. So now that there's a lot more on the market, I was able to switch and find something that's a little bit easier for me to acquire. And the one that I take actually has 60 milligrams of vitamin C added to it, which I like because that increases the absorption. So I know that there's many supplements out there that say that they're for hair growth, but I just take these 3 supplements and I feel that they are all that I need. And I take them because my body needs them, not because of hair growth. It just so happens that they're also needed for hair growth. And so far it's working. If you want to add supplements or start taking new supplements, make sure that you get your levels checked, because especially with iron and vitamin D, you can actually have too much in your system and you definitely want to avoid that. So make sure you check with your doctor. And here's a playlist with more videos about hair loss. And remember, advocate for yourself, become informed, and don't wait for others to fix you. Take care.